In the year 2093, humanity was facing the terror of monster attack. Several monsters with unknown origins started rampaging on humanity, and with that, crime throughout the world was constantly rising. While humanity was facing its darkest era, world's first superhero, Zero, appeared. Zero annihilated the entire monster army and also killed the king of monsters. Zero revealed information on many criminals and criminal syndicates and gave a ray of hope to humanity. Inspired by Zero, many others followed his footsteps and became superheroes to save the world and serve the justice. In the year 2100, Zero suddenly vanished without any traces. Now, our anime starts with our main protagonist, Linji, who was driven out of his home by his own little sister to find a part-time job. But on his way, Linji saw B-rank criminals stirring up trouble, and an E-rank hero, Zhan came forward to stop him but fails every time. So Linji took the initiative and defeated him in just one blow. Just then, an A-rank hero Dong Xiuwei arrives at the scene to analyze the situation, but Linji ran away from the site, giving all the credit to Zhan Chen. Later, Zhan Chen followed Linji to his home and introduced himself as an A-rank hero to his little sister Lin Wan. Zhan Chen offers Linji to work as a hero to drive away his unemployment, and Lin Wan agreed without taking Linji's consent. So having no other choice, Linji arrives at Hero HQ to take entrance exam to be a hero. There the examinee was a Class B hero named Yaten. Yaten wanted to test Linji's strength, but Linji knocked him out flat and scored full point for his first test. But for the second test, he only got 13 points. That resulted on him being assigned as an E-rank hero. After that, Linji saw on a corner 3 D-rank heroes were forcing an E-rank hero Lion King to drop out from being a hero. Afterwards, another E-rank hero named Shishan arrives and scared them away. Shishan's great ability is misfortune, and he brings misfortune to the people nearby as well. Just then, bad luck strikes again, and the nearby supporting pillar crumbled, and in it, Yan King got severely injured. But yet, they still formed a team to help each other out. And for their first mission, they got the task to catch the criminals and destroy the monster they unleashed. But after defeating the monster, a kid emerged from Monster's body. So they took her to Zanqian's home to inquire about her. But then, a Class A hero named Dong Xiuwei shows up and tells that she is one of the subjects of human experiment from Genetic Evolution Company. She also reveals that she investigated thoroughly in this matter and learned that the president of Hero HQ, Ouyang Rui, is behind helping the company by supplying humans for experiments. And she reveals that after 3 days, when they will meet again, she plans to catch him red-handed. For that, she asks Linji and his friend for help. So Linji and his friend agreed to help her and meets up with Xiaoyu and Musalik, who was also there to help them apprehend Ouyang Rui. So Dong Xiuwei decides to take on Ouyang Rui while Linji handles the henchmen of the Genetic Evolution Company. But Linji defeated him quite easily. But Dong Xiuwei was having a hard time fighting Ouyang Rui. On the other hand, Xiaoyu and Lion King got assaulted by an A-rank criminal, while Zhan Chen managed to convince Ouyang Rui's henchman Fierwu to turn her to their side. But Lion King was having it rough and got badly beaten up by his opponent. Seeing that, Xiaoqi released her strength and killed the criminal. Meanwhile, Linji arrives at Dong Xiuwei's side and beats up Ouyang Rui. So Ouyang Rui took a drug that enhanced his strength greatly, yet still Linji defeated him quite easily. As the story continues, Lan King and Zhan Chen were hospitalized after Ouyang Rui's incident. So Linji arrives to visit them. After him, Dong Xiuwei also came to visit them. She tells that she organized a training session with the help of Hero Association, but Linji refused to go there. Everyone thought that Linji was being overconfident just because he beat Ouyang Rui, an S-rank hero. So Dong Xiuwei, Xiaoqi, Fierwu, and Zhan Chen challenged him for a fight. From the start, they were all doing great, but in the end, none of them were capable enough to even face him even just a little bit. After some time, every hero in the city gathered at Hero HQ Hall because after Ouyang Rui's incident, Hero Association decided to hire a new president, and his name is Dong Yang. Dong Yang is Dong Xiuwei's brother. Dong Xiuwei decided to meet him backstage. Right after meeting each other, Dong Yang started treating her badly and told her to prepare herself. Just then he sensed Linji and his friends were outside, so he invited them in. There, Dong Yang offers Linji to join his family, but Linji refused to do so. That made Dong Yang furious, so he used his ability to make Linji fall on his knees. So Linji used his aura, and that made Dongyang retreat from there. Linji had a hunch that something was wrong with Dongshui, so he tells Shishan to keep an eye on her. Later that night, Shishan saw that Dongshui was being forced by Ouyang Zihao and his family to marry him. The Muscle League appeared to save Dongshui, but they got beaten up by Zihao's robotic bodyguards. After that, Zihao also sent Shishan's present and he injured him quite fatally. So Dongshui begs for their life and promises Zihao that she'll obey his every command. So Zihao takes her away, but still Zihao didn't intend to let them go. Just then Linji arrives at the right time and saves Shishan and Muscle League using his Fire Spirit sword. Later on, Linji learned from Feiwu that Dong Shui's involvement in Ouyang Rui's incident ruined their reputation. So Dong and Ouyang family decided to let Shui marry Zihao and let the matter go. Hearing that, Linji and his friends decided to crash at the engagement ceremony and take Dong Shui away. But on their way out, Zihao caught up with them and challenged Linji for a fight. So with that, the duel starts between them. In the duel, Linji easily overpowered Zihao, but he was unable to accept it. So Zihao used a forbidden scroll to kill Linji, but it was far from enough to defeat him, and in the end, Linji easily won the duel. Just then, Dongyang appears and stopped the time around the world, and proclaimed himself as a god, but his godly power didn't affect Linji in the slightest. While in the middle of their fight, Dongyang infiltrated Linji's memories and saw him crying beside a girl. That made Linji recall his past and got mad because of it. So he finally transformed into his legendary identity as Zero and defeated Dongyang with just one blow. So with that, our anime comes to an end. Please subscribe the channel and press the notification button for getting the latest update. Till then, some other time everyone, take care.